It's one that definitely inspired my love of poetry, and I do have some student helpers for this poem as well. A catcher and an umpire. Please welcome Jarod, Gesuladi, and Matt McNally. This poem is called Casey at the Bat. The outlook was rocky for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 2-4 with but an inning left to play. So when Cooney got out at second and Burrows did the same, a sadness fell upon the patrons of the game. A struggling few got up to go, leaving there the rest, with the hope that springs eternal within every human breast. For they thought, if Casey, mighty Casey, could get a whack at that, we'd put even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn was up before Casey, and so was Blake. And the latter was a puddin' and the former was a fake. So upon the crowd a grim melancholy sat, for it seemed but little chance of Casey coming to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single to the wonderment of them all, and Blake, quote-unquote, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had cleared and all saw what occurred, there was Blake safe on second, and Flynn was hugging third. From the crowd there came such a yell, it rattled in the mountaintops, they heard it in the dell, it echoed in the hillsides, and out on the flat. For Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. Now there was ease in Casey's manner as he walked into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing and a smile on his face. And when responding to the crowd, he lightly doffed his hat. 'Twas no doubt it was Casey at the bat. 5,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. Another 5,000 were on him as he rubbed them on his shirt. And one scornful look from Casey, and that audience was certainly awed. Now, when Casey took his place, he definitely had a smile on his face. And when the pitcher curled, took the ball to his hip, a smile and sneer curled Casey's lip. And now the pitcher takes the ball, and it comes hurling through the air. But Casey just stood in all his glory there. Fast by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped.
That ain't my style,
said Casey.
Strike one,
the umpire said. From the crowd there came such a roar, like the waves beating on a far and distant shore. Fire him! Fire the umpire! Showman shouted from the stand, and it's likely they would have had Casey not raised his hand. With a sign of great charity on Casey's face shone, he quieted the crowd and let the game go on. So once more through the air, the leather-covered ball flew, but Casey just stood there, and the umpire said,
strike two.
Fraud! Cried the crowd, and it echoed back fraud. But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. For everyone knew he would not let the ball go by again. The smile gone from Casey's face, he clenches his teeth in hate. He pounds with furry vengeance his bat upon the plate. And once more the pitcher holds the ball, and once more he lets it go. But the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in this favored land the sun is shining bright. Somewhere the band is playing, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville, mighty Casey. Thank you.